Okay, hi everyone. We're back with another beautiful Agravitae interview and story. And today we are meeting with Tim Hough, who's our Agravitae president, and learning a lot more about him and about Agravitae through his eyes. So, hi Tim, it's good to see you
Nice.
again. Yeah. So these are informal and fun. But the first question I always like to ask everyone is, how did you become a part of Agravitae, or how did Agravitae find you?
Oh, that's a very good question. Back in the early days of Agravitae, I had been involved in another direct sales company. And one of my distributors there, a very lovely lady from Oklahoma, uh, she was in the part of her life that she was getting married. And her new fiance, um, her then become soon to be husband, um, had been talking with our owner, Ken Owen, about coming on board and helping him start a new company. And as they got to talk, they say, um, Dan Kinnison, that gentleman's name, says, "Oh, well, we really need to talk to Tim Huff. Huff is down at this company down in Dallas, but he knows this industry. He knows how to start a company, knows everything about it. So I basically took a phone call from Ken Owen, and 3 days later, we flew to Belize. I got to check out the farm, check out what he was building down there. And by the end of the trip, I had decided to come on board to help launch this product, these graviola infused products that we now bring to the world.
hmm Did you fall in love with the farm like everybody else did?
Yeah, the farm is unique. The farm has,
hmm
um, sometimes I call it the sound of the universe. Is there's just a frequency there that it heals your body. You go, there's not a care in the world. You can just relax, and you hear the sound of the wind. You hear the squawking of parrots from the jungle. It's just a fantastic, fantastic healing location.
It is. And everybody that goes down there always talks about the energy. And so, can you talk a little bit about how we go from this beautiful farm and have, the energy there and the products and how we talk with Ken about how we actually, the process of how we harvest the leaves. But what happens after we get them? And then what happens when we get into the States from the behind the scenes part about how does this product get to all these beautiful people? And your
Yeah,
your point of view from that perspective.
no, I mean, just a quick. So again, the wonderful thing about soursop that it's alive.
Yep.
Sometimes fruit, like a banana or an apple, you pick a banana, it continues to ripen, and for 4 or 5 weeks after it's been picked.
hmm
Uh, an apple can be, on the shelf for weeks, and and it's still perfectly edible. Soursop is not the case. You pick a soursop, a graviola plant, and they're about the size of um, a small football, and they start to degrade almost immediately. And so, what we've been able to do is, once the fruit is picked, um, we process it very quickly. We get it into cooled containers. We
hmm
flash freeze it, and then it begins its journey north in barrels to the
hmm
United States. The same can go with the leaf. The leaf, which has fantastic uh, capabilities and properties. You pick the young leaf, you immediately start to process it, get it dried, get it cleaned, and we're able then to mill it with some technology and ancient technology that we utilize. And we capture the essence, we capture the energy of the fruit, capture the energy of the leaves, because that energy comes from the soil, that energy comes from the sun, that energy comes from just the frequency of where the farm is.
hmm What's your vision? How do you see this beautiful company expanding this year? We have so many campaigns, so many things that we want to share with people from our heart and soul of our company. How do you see it changing this year?
Well, so let's look at the name of the company, Agravitae, right?
Yes.
Um, Agra, also a grateful, and
Mhm.
then vita is Latin for life. And so we want to be say that Agravitae is we live a grateful life.
Mhm.
So we align ourselves with people who are in gratitude, people who want to live in abundance, people who want to do good for others. And so I think in 2025, we are going to, live our best lives. We are going to live that grateful life.
Mhm.
And when we're in grateful and we're in gratitude, we then share that love that we're feeling. And so I would like to see us in 2025 share the love,
Yes.
you know, just share that because the world, is in complex, in flux. I mean, every generation can say that it's in flux and that, but right now the world needs, we do need just to share love and to be grateful for what we have, um, and just share that message of a grateful life.
Yes, exactly. So that's the heart and soul of it. Let's talk a little bit about the products. I'm just curious, what's your favorite product, or which ones have you taken that has transformed your life the most, and what are your great results from them?
Well, I mean, I would say that AM is my favorite product,
Mhm.
simply being that, as you age, you wake up in the morning, you may not feel like you're always refreshed. So the energy that you get from the AM product is able to help just get you going in the day.
Mhm.
Um, one thing I try to do is um, intermittent fasting. So I normally will not eat until before noon. So, breakfast means break fast, right?
Yep.
Breakfast. And I skip breakfast altogether. So the AM really helps me get rid of the food noise, get rid of kind of that hunger in the morning, gives me the little kind of a supplemental energy to get things
Mhm.
done. Because in the past, I have been um, when I work, I'm very intense and I'm very dedicated.
Yes, you are.
And um, so I don't get up and exercise. I don't tend to leave my office. I'm pretty worked. And AM just helps me not want to graze. And when I say graze, it's like, oh, there's chips over there. I should have some. I just don't think about it. I just that and I drink my water. Uh, and it helps me. And so I'm fortunate that over the last year I've been able to drop 60 pounds,
Wow.
and it's mostly because I've changed some habits. I was a Division 1 football player back in the day, so I very 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 active, very very active. We were training all and get into bad habits of 6,000 to 7,000 calories a day because you were constantly training.
Yeah.
And then when it's gone, you still have that habit of 7,000 calories a day. And so over time, I put on the weight. Um, you know, I'm at, how old am I? At 58 years old. I'm 58, and I feel great. I just enjoy these products.
hmm Well, I have gotten to know you in a short time. I know how hard you work, and I'm grateful for the dedication that you put in, because sometimes there's the behind the scenes that people don't get to see that goes on to produce a beautiful product, to produce a beautiful company, but they don't know how much dedication you put in and others have put in to do this. So I want to say thank you, and I'm grateful for what you have done in the short amount of time that I've known you. So. Um, tell us a little bit about the business side of things and how someone could really come into Agravitae and transform their financial life, because we think about, how much someone is rewarded, not just through money, but through gratitude dollars, how they can actually get credit for products. So I know some of that is your heart and soul of what you do. For us, is we make sure we're getting paid and we get what we need. So,
Absolutely. So what we've done here is, I mean, we're pretty unique within the industry, is that
mhm,
um, uh, for if you're just a regular retail customer, or if you're a preferred customer who has something on a subscription, or if you're an active business builder, you all pay the same price.
mhm,
So the product is the product is the product, and the price is the price is the price. Um, so retail customers, there's no obligation from them. They can come in and buy, whenever they want. They purchase. They get great deals. They are eligible to receive what we call gratitude dollars. Now, gratitude dollars um, is basically a one-to-one. So if you go in and purchase a AM PM combo kit, you might get six gratitude dollars. And what that the gratitude dollars is that anytime in the future when you want to redeem them, you can just replace that money that you would have spent in your wallet.
mhm,
You know, you can just apply that to your next checkout. And it's great because even yesterday I had a young lady who was able to buy $150 worth of product, and she was able to spend a little under $100 because she had been accumulating gratitude dollars with every purchase.
mhm,
And gratitude dollars is a great way to save people money for them to be rewarded for what they do is when they consume. Now, a preferred customer is the same as a retail customer for one slight thing. They have a subscription. What the subscription does is that for every 28 days, the product that you enjoy and love the most will just come to you automatically. And when you do that and you're on subscription, those gratitude dollars that we talked about as a social retail as a retail customer, you're going to get a little bit of a bonus because you're on subscription. And so where a retail customer might be only getting $6 for their purchase, you may be getting $7 or $8 for your
mhm,
purchase. That's just a reward for you being on subscription. Now, the other great thing is when you're now a preferred customer, you're also then to able to be an affiliate
mhm.
of um, Agravite. I mean, everybody wants to be an affiliate these days. I mean, you go out on TikTok and
Yeah.
somebody is who's an oil and gas expert, at the end is said, "Hi, and buy my laundry detergent." Yes, and I do get a commission for any laundry detergent that you purchase. So it's a way to augment your income
Mhm,
by becoming a preferred customer. Here, the way we pay you, though, is we pay you in gratitude dollars because we know that you're going to be buying our product and using our products and having the great success with the product. And so what we do is we simply give you, if one of your, let's say your younger sister decides and she wants to buy 75 PV or product volume of product, which is about $90, we're going to pay you one third of that 75 back to gratitude dollars. So she's going to get $25 that then she can
to
use
use
on
and
her next purchase.
right.
So it's really unique in the business because you, you're not really you haven't paid to get a big pack to get into a business. You really only have one or two customers, but yet you can earn as much as you want
Mhm,
in free product essentially. And to me, from an economic perspective, if you spend $100 on product or that you're going to use and you use daily, that's $100 out your pocket. But if you've done this other by introducing just one or two of your friends, that $100 product now becomes $50.
mhm,
Then you've saved money that you can then utilize for something else in your life. You can go to a movie. You can have a nice dinner. You can, um, splurge on your kids, and that's just part of being that grateful life
Yeah.
as a preferred customer.
Hmm. And then our beautiful social retailers, right?
Oh, and social retailers. Yeah. So social retailers, they here, a social retailer, when they introduce somebody to our product, they're going to receive a 25% dollar commission on the products that they sell.
Hmm.
So again, if you that same 75, you're going to go out and they're going to make $17 in cash on that for the first 90 days of that customer's life.
Hmm.
So, I mean, we've had people in our company that have, you know, over the course of 2 months, sold $70,000 worth of product to
Oh,
people,
wow.
and I pay them 25%, and they're making,
Hmm.
gosh, at that, what is that? They're making $18,000
Hmm.
because they've been able to do it. And how do they do it? They just go out on TikTok, or they go out on Facebook, or they just tell their story. And that's the great thing about our products is if you tell your story and you tell it from your heart, people are going to understand, wow. And then they say, I might give that a, a try as well.
Hmm.
So, and it can be very, very lucrative.
Hmm. Yes. And that's the beauty of it because right now, so many people, some people are in flux with their jobs. So, we're talking at a point where there have been some layoffs in the world, and, it's a lot changing in our economics in our country anyway, or just in the world. But direct sales has always been an availability for people. Network marketing has always been an availability for someone who take a little bit of an investment and get a big return on it just from sharing and helping and also getting healthy at the same time. So
Absolutely.
I just think this is a beautiful experience for people to know more about. So I'm glad you were able to join me and just share some of your love for Agravitae. And I didn't know you had such an awesome transformation. 60 pounds is awesome.
Oh,
I
it's
didn't
good.
know that. Yeah. So thank you for coming. And the last question I just want to ask is, what are you most grateful for?
Well, I am grateful for, of course, my family.
Mhm.
My youngest daughter just graduated from college, and she started her first job. And it's funny, over the last 10 years, I guess, well, 5 or 6 years, whenever I needed to go on a business trip, she would drive me to the airport. Now, just the other day, I drove her to the airport so that she could go on her second business trip ever.
Oh.
And so I think it's hilarious. So I'm very grateful for, my family. I'm grateful for the leaders here at Agravite, because they do take that grateful life mantra and they do adopt it. And we're trying to do things the right way. We're trying to be honest with our fellow men. We're trying to be honest to ourselves. And if we do that, we may not explode to be $1 billion company, but I want us to be a hero company. And a hero company means that we do what we say and we say what we do.
I love
And so
that.
that way we can be respected.
I love that, a hero company. That's beautiful. So I think that's a good way to end. We want to do that for people. It feels good. It feels heartfelt and honest and true. So I'm grateful for you and thank you for hanging out with us today, with me today.
Thank you.
Thank
Anytime.
you. Okay.